Hello, and this is Stephen Tyrone Cuffey reporting to you to my TBC live broadcast. Um, this is broadcast number 230. That's right, 230 live broadcast. It's a pleasure to be with you all, and I'll be with you just for a few moments here. Just going over some really things that we should go over today that's going to be kind of like a paradigm shift and what we know TBC is and how it's relation to our wallets. Okay, because this may change. It's some people members that is going to surprise people some things that I'm gonna go over. And we had a splendid send button meeting today, as well as a broadcasters meeting that I hosted right after that. Okay, so let me get started. Well, first, before I get started, what I want to do is to thank my little one, Kayla, for actually being here today. Hello, Kayla, and my beautiful loved one that always support me, that I miss dearly, tremendously. I know she's at work, working a lot these days. But anyway, I miss you. And I want to say that I just want to say everyone that's here, I thank you all for being here. So what I want to do now is first of all just say thank you for all that's in my chat area at this time, and I may have a few coming on in a few moments, but I wish we had a lot of people here today to hear what I'm about to go over, because it's some clarity that needs to be straightened out regarding some people understanding about what and I often said, and y'all have heard me say, what's in your wallet, those millions in your wallets, or maybe some billions and TBC coin are not all for you. Okay, and I'm gonna show you the reason why in a minute. And it's gonna come straight from admin. All right. Okay, let me do a screen share here. All right. First thing I'm gonna do first, let's talk about this particular quote on the blog. Okay, let's talk about this first. It says, TBC is not a currency with a mission. It is a mission with a currency. Now, what is that saying here? Essentially, what it's saying here is that first and foremost, it is our mission that we become concerned about of ending global poverty. And our currency comes along with that. And that currency grows by our membership and is measured by a grain of gold. But see, some of our members are so um on the fact that, oh, I got 1,000 or a million or a billion worth of coin and I want to cash it out. No, no, no. Don't get it twisted, folks. We are in a mission to get rid of global poverty. Okay? And I'm gonna go over that a little bit with you. And I guess I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this for the sake of. Well, I'll wait. I'll wait on that. I'll wait on that part. Okay. Now let's go down. It says how TBC will end global poverty. Listen to this. Out of 7.5 billion global population, about 4 billion of the working class that support children, seniors, disabled, and the TBC millionaires will provide far more jobs that there are people in the world creating zero unemployment and ending poverty forever. Okay? See, what that's saying is that out of the 7 billion people global population, 4 billion of that are the working class. Now, the working class does not necessarily mean people that got these jobs, okay? That means that it could be somebody in Ethiopia or Nigeria that's in poverty, doesn't even have a job, but they have the ability to work, okay? And it's going to be the TBC millionaires. Now, these TBC millionaires are not basically our broadcasters, okay? These are basic these are mainly our basic members. And see, when our coin gets its full value over the next 1-2 years or whatever they're going to be. Now, admin says about 1 to 2 years. So they're going to be providing jobs for the people that are unemployed, or the people in the world that's creating unemployment. You see? Now let me go on. It says 1 billion. That's a billion now, not a million. 1 billion TBC millionaires will each already have the means to create 5 to 10 job opportunities for the working class. So what is that saying? That means because you're going to have those coins in your wallet that's going to be fully developed, you would have the means to create 5 to 10 job opportunities for people out there that need to be working. Okay? The working class. And then the 1 million TBC billionaires, and this are people like myself, a broadcaster, and people that's broadcasters that will be billionaires, will provide liquidity to the TBC millionaires for job creation perpetually, thus emptying the TBC admin's wallet over time. See, when we get to 1 billion members, the wallet will eventually be emptied out to all billion members. Some will be what? We have 1 billion millionaires and we'll have 1 million billionaires. Okay? Now we are in a distribution phase right now, TBC. And also this month we're in redemption month. Okay? Keep that in mind. It says Crinkle.cash will become a social media platform to connect employers to job seekers using Crinkles as currency. You see, when we get to 1 billion members, our coin will be fully developed. And let me put this in context for you, what I mean by this, okay, when I say fully developed. You know what, Bitcoin on the market-based side, when it came out in 2008, 2009, it was nowhere near fully developed, folks. People didn't even know what it was. But it's digital currency, just like our TBC coin on the abundance-based side. It's digital currency created by the blockchain, okay? So keep in mind that when we get to 1 billion members, the Crinkle.cash will become a social media platform to connect all these employers to job seekers using Crinkles as the currency that they will be actually creating these jobs and using the Crinkle currency for goods and services. Just like we use our fiat money, our paper money now. It's like we use our debit and credit cards now. You see? This is going to be a new form of currency. That's why we're building our own economy and our own community within this, with no outside help from the status quo and their financial system. We're creating our own financial system within our own community. You see? All right. Okay. Now you can't play this video, but it's another video that you can, the same video back on our blog. And these people here that's in Ghana show you exactly how TBC is the solution. Okay? All right. Now, this is something that I really want to go over right here. Okay? And I went over this the other day, and I went over it good, but I'm going to point out something really, really you need to understand. Okay? And it said here, before I get into those, it says in this article, I will cover some exceptions that made in the policy. The maximum amount of TBC coins that can be given to an individual through cookie rewards is 100 lifetime total TBC coins. It says before I get into those exceptions, I need to make a few things very clear. TBC is not a currency with a mission. It is a mission with a currency. Okay? And you can find all this in the public notice. Okay? All right. So, whew, I'm telling you something, folks. We have to understand it's something that I want to point out to you, and I want y'all to listen closely. I have said so many times in my live broadcast that the money in our wallets, the billions and billions in our wallets, are not all ours. In fact, guess what? I'm going to burst a bubble, and so I'm going to say some things that people are not going to want to hear. I'm not talking people in this chat area. I'm talking about people out there, other members, that's trying to all have that ownership over their coin, not realizing it that doesn't belong to you. Okay? Did y'all hear what I just said? It says it right here. Right here. As you should know, a legal structure has been put in place where all 1 billion TBC coins are in a master trust. It is in a master trust. And a sub-trust is created for every TBC wallet and the coins they hold beneath the master trust. Okay? It says here, you don't own TBC. It's right there. Right there. Before you get a send button in your TBC wallet, you must pass the send button test, right? You see? All right. So, what you got to understand here, it says here, pay close attention to these sentences. The best way to view our coin is a community property. See? Hear that? Is a community property. And each member is a steward over that portion. You see what I'm saying here? So when we use that word own, you think we use that word loosely, and you think it all belongs to you. No, it belongs to our community. I've said many times, if I could take 80, 90% of our coin to help people in poverty, I don't even need all that money. You see, I've said that many times in my broadcast. I want to grow this community. I want to see people get out of poverty. That's what I personally want. And I know that's many people in my live broadcast want the same thing. So when you look at your wallet the next time and you see those millions in it, remember, that's not your individual property. You just got stewardship over it, meaning you are controlling it to some degree to help people get out of poverty. And if you are a billionaire, if you are a broadcaster destined to be a billionaire in TBC, then you are helping the TBC millionaires carry out their mission to create jobs to get people unemployed. You see? We're tired of seeing 1% of the wealth been own 99, 1% own 99% of the wealth. That is so one-sided. And that was said in the very first blog post in that particular video. That's what has essentially created poverty. That small portion of 1% should have never owned 99% of the wealth in the world. That is so unequal. Leaving about 50% of the world population in abject poverty. You see? So what I want to drive home today is, and I'm gonna come out this live, I'm gonna come out this screen share. Your relation to what's in your wallet is not just for you. In fact, you don't own TBC. See, I was saying, I knew this all along. I just didn't want to put it that way. I want an admin to say it for you first. Because, see, let me explain something to you all. If everybody became a student and really centering on every blog post like me, y'all would understand that that coin was never your ownership, yours, as owning it. It's supposed to be used. And you'll be able to use it too for goods and services, yes. But it's supposed to be used to help people get out of poverty. Because see, what's happening is, say this is our mission. Our mission is ahead of our coin in terms of its value. You see? And our mission, well, let me do it this way. Let me see. I'm trying to see how I can do it here where y'all can see it. I'll do it this way. Our mission is ahead of our coin in gaining value. Because we still got people coming in till we get to 1 billion people. Then eventually what's going to happen as our mission, we're getting closer to our main mission to get rid of global poverty. Eventually our coin catch up in terms of its wealth, in terms of its value, and maybe just surpass it a little bit. And so by the time we get to 1 billion people, 1 billion members, our coin will become fully developed. You see? That's how you got to think of it. Our coin is falling behind our membership. Our mission. Our mission, it comes first. That's why we have to make that point. Always remember that. Drive that home in all your broadcasts. Our mission comes first, followed by our currency. See, a lot of people are just looking at their wallet seeing it grow, and that's all they're thinking about is the money part. No. Yes, you should be. And we talk about cash flow, yes. But that cash flow is not coming out your wallet. The cash flow is coming peer-to-peer. When someone comes buy TBC from you, you put TBC crinkles of 100% TBC of crinkles in their wallet. But did you cash that money out in that wallet? No. Did they cash it out? No. So then you're creating cash flow for yourself. And if you're doing a 50-50 split like you should be, then you send that $100, you send a $50 back to that person. So it's a 50-50 split, they call it. That's what you're supposed to be doing when you're doing transactions. If it was $500 they bought from you, you put $500 in their wallet, but you send half of that, which is $250, back to the buyer. That's what's supposed to, how a transaction supposed to go. You're not supposed to sell some TBC to someone. Okay, you're not supposed to buy. Someone give you someone gave me $500. I'm not supposed to take the $500, just put $500 in their wallet, because all they got is a coin that's not what? Fully developed yet. So in order for the buyer to make some money, you send half of that money back to the wallet. You made $250. You sent $500 worth of TBC in their wallet. That's how you're supposed to do a transaction, and that creates what you call cash flow for the receiver. I mean, for the seller of the TBC coin. You see? And at the same time, what you're essentially doing, you're growing the community. Every time someone comes on, see, you give out that free gift first. You help them with their profile. You get them to do the send button test. You create a wallet. They create a wallet, a TBC wallet at tbc009.net. And then that person purchased $100 worth of TBC. You explain to them what that's going to turn into. You see? They purchase at least $100 from you. Some people purchase more. And you do a transactions with them. And then you make sure that the buyer go in that Crinkle Cash back office and complete the buyer transaction form in that Crinkle Cash back office. And once they do that, save it, then submit it, then it goes to the seller. And they go and approve it in their Crinkle Cash back office. And then what's going to happen, the cookies for that worth that you bought going to wind up in the buyer's Crinkle Cash back up under cookie rewards. And right now, the best time to do that is right now. A great time to bring people into TBC is right now, because they can turn those cookies into TBC coin in their TBC wallet. So don't be all amazed by all that's in your wallet. Okay? I've only spent $300 of my own money on any TBC ever. And I have quite millions and get ready to get about 45 million or more in there from just doing broadcasts and attending all the send button meetings. Not just the English, I attended all the ones on Tuesday as well. Because being a broadcaster, I get 1 million cookies every time I do that. Every time I do a broadcast, every time I attend a send button meeting, I get 1 million cookies. So no one should be pressing that button now. Not even a basic member. Because if you're not there at the send button meeting, you go to view it, you get the keyword at the end, and still give you 1,000 cookies. Because if you press it now, for anything you get out of this redemption month, got to wait till May, which is our next redemption period. May and November are our months of redemption presently. Okay? All right. Has anybody got any questions? Look like I got people here. I know people just come from I know Bex Pryor and her husband probably just came back from cash flow coaching. You know? But thank you all for being here today. Thank you all. We had a fantastic send button meeting and a fantastic broadcasters meeting. Okay? Fantastic. It was just awesome in every sense of the word. It was great. But we're having a paradigm shift to understand what our relation is in terms of what we are into our wallets. A lot of you all think that money is all yours. You got ownership on all of it. No, I've often said that that's not all yours at all. And later to find out that you don't own it. It's community property. TBC community property. What's in your wallet. You make the money, you make currency you make cash flow when you make transactions with one peer-to-peer, person-to-person. That's where your cash flow comes from. And that's what we got to show people in poverty. Here and now and later. While our coin is steadily developing, very, very similar how Bitcoin was developed over time. Now, will it take 9 to 10 years? I don't think it will. I don't think it really would take 9 to 10 years for we get to 1 billion people if we really push hard. If we really push hard and getting people involved in TBC like we supposed to do, like admin tell us to do, guess what? We'll get to that 1 billion people in a year to 2 years. We can do it. We slowed down considerably. And I understand why we were slowing down because of our switching over, migrating early this year from the old network to the new network. But we've been over the new network for some months now. Come on, people, what is the problem? Why are we not building our community like when we got everything there for us? There's nothing going on wrong with our wallet. I'm not hearing of nobody talking about problems with their new wallet of transactions. Just follow the policy procedures on how much you can transact in each transaction as well as per day, and you won't have any problems getting your send button turned off. Okay? All right. Well, just focus on building a community. Don't get upset because what came out in the blog when they said that you don't own TBC, that you are based that is in a master trust and a sub trust created over all wallets, and therefore we are stewards over our wallet, the money in our wallet. We are stewards over it, meaning we watch over it, we cultivate it, we make sure it's set in place, because one day when we get to 1 billion members, we'll be fully developed. We'll be able to use it for goods and services all over the world. Our TBC millionaires will be hiring, people. Will create jobs. Every one of them will have the means to do 5 to 10 job opportunities for people. Thus, getting rid of all this poverty we have forever, like it said earlier. So it's quite simple. I understand it. I fully see what our coin is in relation to our mission. What is going to be later on. Admin just basically told us this in his blog now. See, when we were talking, we was hearing this, we're building our own economy in our own community and within our own community without any outside help. Admin was serious about this. We're serious about this. We're creating our own currency. How big is that? That's huge. That's really huge. To be used for goods and services, to create jobs for people. And all these people unemployed. Some people never even had a job. That don't have any food to eat. They now will have those means. Okay? That 4 billion, I believe it said 4 billion was people of the working class. Those that's unemployed will have jobs created by TBC millionaires. And we'll provide liquidity to the TBC millionaires to get that done as billionaires. Because there will come a day when there's no coin left in the TBC admin's wallet. They want to give it all out to us to get rid of this poverty. That was the whole idea. Okay? Thank you so much for being here. This has been a great day to really get some clarity on what TBC is in relation to us and our wallets. don't feel bad, those for people that are going to see this broadcast and feel like, I thought I was going to be able to use it all myself and do this and do that. Oh, you'll be able to use it at some point, yes. We're not there yet. Because we're mission first. We're mission driven first, along with our coin coming behind it or with it. But eventually our coin going to surpass it a little bit. Right at the end. I get what Abin is saying. Randy does. Lawrence Malecki, Scott Thorne. I can name a few. But it's not all left to us to get this message across. It's left up to you as broadcasters to get that message across that we conveyed in our send button meeting as well as our broadcast meeting today. That send button meeting today, if y'all haven't seen it, every single, all 3.3 million, and I know they probably won't, but everyone needs to see that because not all of them are broadcasters. All of them don't have a send button. But I say all the ones that have a send button should see that send button meeting. If you haven't seen it yet, please go log into your Cream Guys back office and look at it under English. And let me convey this to people that are doing send buttons tomorrow. Please, please go over this in your send button meeting tomorrow. Please do this. Because we can't put it in every language. Randy and we don't speak all those other languages. So we're leaving it up to you all to speak the same thing we're speaking, that you understand what we're saying. And please convey that in your send button meetings. Those that are leading the send button meeting, meaning Mizanor and Scott Thorne and Embed Derek and Batan Kumar. Please convey what we convey in the send button meeting in your send button tomorrow so we can reach all over the world. Because people got to understand, get some clarity on our coin and what we are in relation to it. Okay? Remember, I'm going to say it again. We are stewards over our coin. We don't own TBC. And we are stewards over it because it's all under a master trust, and the sub trusts are over every one of our wallets. And the millions and billions within that wallet, we are stewards over it. Convey that in your TBC. Convey that in your TBC send button meetings tomorrow, and moreover, make sure that you go over it in your broadcast. All broadcasters need to be saying this. Get this word out, because there's a lot of people, members out there, are thinking they own everything. They own all this money in their wallet. You'll be able to use it, sure, but not all of it. The majority of it, if not almost all of it, goes to help other people. All you need to be working on now is creating cash flow for yourself and your family, so later you'll be able to help someone that's in poverty. Okay? All right. Thank you so much, everyone in our chat. Thank you so much, my little Kayla that always watch me. And thank you, most of all, thank you, my loved one that always there watching my broadcast. Miss you all so much. Y'all take care. And I'll be back tomorrow at the same time. Now I got to rush over to TBC Femi, the TBC Revolution, because guess what? He's doing his 100th live broadcast, I believe, right now. Okay? Have a great day. All right, bye-bye.